What is up, guys? Bringing you guys another YouTube video. We're not doing the Archontvwhat Show right now, but this is kind of like a little mini version of it. Some big news in the world of gaming. Sony has decided to pull out of E3 in 2019. This is the first time since E3 has been around that Sony will not be there. As always, I have the original Archontvwhat co-host with me talking about this because he was also there at the E3 conference last year for the PlayStation. I thought it'd be better to bring him along for this. What do you think of Sony not showing up at E3 this year?
Give me 1 second. Sorry. I don't know. It's a little interesting, I guess. For them to not be there, especially at the biggest gaming event of the year, is just a little odd. It's just kind of a weird way for them to. I don't even know, if they're gonna. That I guess that kind of shows, do they have really any big hit video games in the works, or if they're trying to keep things kind of more secretive with some of their projects that they're possibly working on. um,
Yeah,
so I mean, it is interesting that they are kind of going that route, you know
I
because
mean,
I mean Nintendo's always kind of done their, not been there, but they've always done their little direct video and stuff like that, so it's still kept the fans kind of in the loop of what's going on. But
yeah.
to not, you know, be there or not have anything at all is just, I don't know, it's weird, I guess. It's just it's yeah, it's just like a different thing, I guess, to do, but I don't know how well it's gonna pay off, how well their fans are gonna, you know, like not knowing, what's coming, for the future.
Yeah.
It it is, so it's yeah,
I
it's just
mean,
different, I guess.
the way I'm looking at it, I mean, they've already shown two back-to-back E3s what they were going to showcase for the rest of the PS4's life cycle. I mean, what are we getting? We're getting Ghost of Tsukushima. We're getting Last of Us 2,
Yeah.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, possibly.
There's one more game. I think. Well, Spider-Man already came out this year, so that was the other one that they showcased. That's not going to be here, obviously.
Hmm.
The other thing that's interesting is that this is the 25th anniversary of E3, and they're not going to be there.
Yeah, that's definitely yeah, that's definitely different, or not different, but just kind of a weird thing that they wouldn't want to be at the 25th anniversary. It's kind of it's really why. I just don't. I'm kind of like, out of words of like why they would want to do this.
I,
It's just
I mean, you talked about it. I mean, Nintendo got away from E3, but they didn't get away from E3. They got away from doing live showcases and
yeah,
just did a video package. Why not just do that like, Square Enix did as well? I mean, the 25th anniversary would be a great time to introduce the PS5 to the world, as a big celebration to it.
yeah, or just I even the lineup of games that we're gonna hopefully see. Maybe more Death Stranding. The Last of Us 2, whenever that is supposed to you, come soon. Probably not next year, but maybe the following year or something. I don't know.
They must really want to keep this all under wraps because there's no PlayStation experience this year either, which is surprising to me. I didn't even know that until I read the article. I thought we were still getting one of those. We're not getting one of those either this year. So we're not going to get anything in December. We're not getting anything in June. So we're going basically almost a full year without getting any information on what PlayStation is doing. They might be at like TGS or something down the line in September, but other than that, we've heard nothing outside of they're just not going to E3 this year.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I talked about earlier, there's reports that Sony's got the PS5 on the way. It's looking to be around a 2020 or 2021 release date. The kits are already out. Square Enix was posting job offerings for people to work on a PS5 project.
I seen
So
that.
yeah, it's pretty crazy to think though that they're this secretive about it. I wonder why.
Like, they gotta have. There's gotta be something that's gonna, I don't know, kind of really blow the fans' mind away or something, or just kind of really set the tone for the next generation, I guess you can
Yeah.
say.
I mean, from what I've heard, like they're looking to be a real powerhouse of a machine for like $400 or $500, and it's looking to hit like 4K 60 frames, I think, natively, or something big like that. You know that you would need like a $2,000 computer rig right now to do. And it
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me if that was the case because if you recall, Blu-ray players were $1,000 when the PS3 launched, and they were only what $600, $500 for the 20 gig model.
Yeah, they were definitely taking a big hit with it.
So I mean, it wouldn't be the first time Sony's taken a hit with technology.
But I mean, I feel like they've made so much money from the PS4 because of like how fast it sold. I mean, it's just, it's up there in its units sold through its life cycle. So they've made a good amount of money through that. But yeah, I mean, I know technology is just, getting so far advanced, maybe they were able to get a hold of something unique or something different that's going to really, like I said, set the tone for the next generation of, consoles, just to kind of, really blow the fans, mind. I think it's gonna be something super interesting, something
Yeah,
really different. It, I don't know. I'm hoping. You know,
I. It's hard to say what they're planning to do. I mean, the PS5 has to be a big announcement. It has to blow everybody away. Whatever they're doing, if they're going to go for a whole year of silence, then it has to be
yeah.
something huge.
Unless they do like a surprise, like video or something like out of nowhere, they're like, I don't know, just to kind of like catch the fans, you know,
Yeah.
kind of, catch them off. That would be, kind of something different to do or interesting. But I don't know. I don't see him doing that. I just see him kind of staying silent and just kind of waiting out the year and doing whatever they're doing right now with the video games and obviously the PlayStation 5 that they're obviously working on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting though. Like I don't know. Do you think they're gonna announce it like a month after in July or August? Because reports were saying that there was supposed to be something in August, which I think is around TGS time, Tokyo Game Show.
hmm
But they were talking about that being the official announce date for the PS5, which is weird to me that you wouldn't just do it at E3 instead of waiting 2 months,
Yeah,
unless there's
yeah,
a specific reason you're waiting.
yeah. I don't know. Unless they're like trying to make sure that like certain video games are on release date for the PS5 or something. Like they're
Could
trying to
be.
make sure that they have a good, sound lineup going
Yeah.
on. Because I, no doubt the PlayStation 4's lineup was pretty weak when it first came out. If I
Yeah.
remember correctly, there really
Yeah.
wasn't
What did they
anything.
launch? It launched with
Yeah,
what? Knack, Call of Duty Ghosts,
yeah. There was like a couple games that got pushed back and stuff like that,
Infamous
and I think
Second Son, I think.
I think it was like Drive Club and stuff that
Yeah.
got pushed back. That was supposed to be a release title, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was really bad. I mean, I remember. I think the first night I played, it was just like Resogun or something like that. I think it was that
Yeah.
game that was free or whatever.
Contrast.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was just like a bunch of indie games, which is fine, but I don't know, they didn't really have any like knockout punch games to go with the release. So
I
I
mean,
mean,
when you think about it, that's kind of interesting because Microsoft is now in that boat at the end of the console generation where they have no exclusive games that are, eye popping and bring you to the console, whereas Sony now has all these titles.
you know,
So it's just interesting how that cycle kind of worked around. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the PS5. It's got me interested more in the sense that we're getting The Last of Us 2, we're getting Death Stranding, and we're getting what was the other game I said? The Ghost of Tsukushima. We're getting these on the PS4. So what are we getting on the PS5? Because I can't think of anything that could potentially be coming outside of maybe a new Call of Duty. Obviously, that's a year thing. Square does have projects in the work here. We're getting Kingdom Hearts 3 for the PS4 at the end of this year, or at the beginning of this year.
yeah,
So there's a lot of different things, and I know they're working on other projects right now. Like
yeah.
Square's, like I
I
said,
did read that they were working on for next generation or PS5 and stuff like that. They got some things in the works, which is I think cool.
I would love to see Final Fantasy VII Remake be a launch title.
That could quite possibly be a thing. I mean, I feel like it's been pushed back so much now that
Well, Nomura said that he wanted to finish Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, Kingdom Hearts 3 is out in January, so that
yeah,
gives them 2 years. If the window we're looking at is probably a 2020 or 2021, then you have 2 or 3 years to polish whatever you already have and get it out there. Because you've already
yeah,
said it's not a full game. It's going to be split into multi games.
yeah,
So each disc will probably cover one full game. So it'd be interesting to see.
yeah. That's gotta be one of the things that maybe they're
Firming.
trying to, yeah, trying to get those things like more polished up or just like a solid foundation for the lineup or something like that because maybe they just don't have that and obviously the PS5 sounds like it's pretty much not done, but I mean it's getting real close that
Yeah. And here's another interesting thought to think about. We haven't seen Mortal Kombat 11 yet.
yeah
So
it's been a minute.
could they skip E3 again this year and move to the Sony conference where they announced that Mortal Kombat 11 will be a launch title? Or do you
Yeah.
think we'll get Mortal Kombat 11 before then?
Hmm. Oh, I just feel like if PS5 is very talked about or it's going to be soon, I just don't see why. I don't know if Mortal Kombat has been talked about. That what's the point of putting it on the PlayStation 4 at this point?
Yeah,
You might as like at least like the Last of Us 2 Death Stranding has been they've shown a lot of trailers. They've shown this and that and
yes.
stuff like that. If you've seen things, you know, if they're gonna do something for Mortal Kombat, I don't know. I would just think they would just wait and just put it for the PS5
Yeah.
and instead of just kind of trying to put it out there last minute. Hey, the PS4 is here, but the PS5 is right around the corner.
You're not going to get many sales. I mean, that's not what you want to do. You don't want to have a big name franchise like that on launching the last year of a console generation. It doesn't sell well.
Yeah.
Because people are already saving up for that PS5, that Xbox, whatever.
Yeah, they're all looking for that next thing.
And where does this leave the Switch?
Yeah.
Because right now the Switch was an answer to the PS4 and the Xbox One, but it came out what 3 years later, 4 years later?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Nintendo is just gonna be constantly going with the Switch. I don't see them doing anything for a while. They've just like at this point, Nintendo just like they don't really keep up with everyone else. They kind of just almost do their own thing. They're just kind of an outsider. They're kind of like, they're lonesome island that they're just kind of doing. Hey, we're gonna do this, and you guys can do your own thing. Try to compete, with each other. We're just gonna, you
Yeah.
know,
I mean,
do this by ourselves.
I did hear that the Switch is getting a new model as well, being released soon.
Yeah, I mean that would be, something that, like they did with the, Wii to Wii U type
Yeah.
thing, kind of
That might
just
be their attempt to match the
yeah,
PlayStation 5 and the Xbox,
maybe just
whatever.
just a little more powerful, but not nothing anything like crazy. Kind of like how Xbox had Xbox, you know, and then PlayStation did their Pro, so it's
I mean, that'd be good for them. I mean, they're never really considered a powerhouse, I wouldn't say, in terms of
no,
processing and all that or graphics. They're
they
more
rely
that
more on those video games.
family,
Those yeah,
that family demographic where you get a bunch of friends together and then you just play it on the
yeah,
couch. Like whereas Sony and Microsoft are targeting the internet players, who play Call of Duty competitively in that, whereas like the Nintendo's just get everybody together, get the family together, and just play. And that's what they need to stick to. I mean, their online has never been that good, and that's kind of what I feel bad for Smash Brothers. It's such a good fighting game, but Nintendo's internet infrastructure has been so bad that it's just you can't get any enjoyment out of it sometimes. That's kind of
yeah,
sad. Like they have
yeah. That's yeah. Their online support and just that overall has just always been so pathetic.
Yeah, like they have good games for it. I mean, they have Mario Party, you have Mario Kart, Smash Brothers. You have every type of genre that you could play online together with people, but
Yeah,
just no online netcode to go with it.
yeah. It's always just been garbage. So I'm really hoping with this online subscription that they're making people pay for, which I mean it's not that expensive, but I'm hoping that's like a step towards a better online, you know,
Yeah,
experience. I
it
really hope that.
needs to be. They can't charge you for what the Wii had for internet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, no doubt.
That
That
was
was,
horrible.
trash. Yeah. They have yeah, that I mean Super Smash Brothers should be like that's what it should like they should have that online experience for, Super Smash Bros alone is just something I
Absolutely.
feel like a lot of people want to play online, cuz they got friends, all over the place and stuff like that or they want to play other people and stuff.
Absolutely. So, okay, well, we'll go ahead and we'll move to final verdict here. So, with the news on the PS5, would you still be getting one? Now, knowing that they're not going to be at E3, knowing that they're not going to be doing a PlayStation experience, does that scare you off a little bit?
I don't think so. No, I've always liked PlayStation and stuff like that. I feel like they always do a great job, and the PlayStation 4 I think was a great step in, trying to please the fans more this
Yeah,
time around. I mean, the PS3 was awesome, but I don't know. The PlayStation 4 I feel like they really, really did a great job with it. So with the PlayStation 4 being as good as it was, I have no, worry that they're gonna really mess it up this time around. I feel like, they're just trying to keep it under wraps, not let anything get out and stuff like that.
yeah.
They're really, wanting it to almost like be a big surprise, like, look what we have, but we're gonna show it when we want to show it, not you guys, getting leaks online like a
Yeah.
lot of other things, happen with.
The only other thing I'll ask you is, how do you feel about the people that bought a PS4 Pro?
Yeah, no, I'm one of them, but
So does that feel like a
hey, you
slap
live
in the
and learn.
face? Or
I I mean I do and I mean it's whatever at this point I guess. You kind of like I said live and learn. It's just whatever. I don't know. It just kind of sucks when they do things like that kind of like with the Xbox One S and then,
yeah,
right around the corner they throw the X out there and the X is so
yeah,
much more powerful than the S by like leaps. It's just
and then they're getting ready to launch their new console as well.
yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, that's definitely a pretty bad feeling. So I guess we can go ahead and sign this out, but I'll probably have you come back once we do get the PS5 announcement. Would you be down to do a video, kind of like a retrospective of the PS4?
yeah, that's fine.
I think that sounds like a fun thing to do. So with that, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this Archon TV What mini episode with the original co-host. Like you said, we'll be back. We'll do these every once in a while whenever big news hits. This seems like big news, so that's why I wanted to cover it. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and head out of here. I'm Archon Tsunami, as always, my co-host, Infamous, and we'll catch you guys later. Later.